Board of County Commissioners to order. It's Tuesday, June 23rd. I'm going to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, public comment. This is time set aside for comments from the public or non-agenda items. Seeing none, we'll move on. We'll receive the update from EMS. Oops, I'm jumping ahead here. Minutes. Everybody had a chance to read the minutes?
I have no additions or corrections.
Is that a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept as written.
So I'll second it. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. So that's 2-0 with one abstention, Bill?
Yes, because I wasn't there.
Okay. We received another report from EMS. I think we'll take that and receive and file. Moving on to new business. Before we start with the Emergency Management Director, I have a purchase order for Clear Harbor to do some oil cleanup from a spill we had in Effingham oil barrel. It's for $2,892.90. Do I have a motion to approve the purchase order?
I'll make the motion to approve.
We have a motion.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
I'll second it.
Okay, that's seconded by Bill. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Passes 3-0. Westlander, I'll turn it over to you.
Just a minute. Jack, I think there is also a second appropriation on that from Stacy to Safety Clean. Wasn't there two different things to vote on that?
I only received the one, but I just got something just a minute ago. Let me take a look here.
Or was that another estimate? I thought that was
two separate. There are two separate purchase orders. So there's another purchase order, drumming of the PCB oil and clean out the tank. It's a different purchase order. The Safety Clean of Independence, Missouri, for $6,712.
I think the high end of an estimate. I believe there's an estimated disposal cost of $55.84 to $67.12. So it probably would fall in that range.
Okay, so do we want to approve a purchase order in that range? Is that what you want to do, or do you want to?
Yeah, I just, I wanted to make sure that that wasn't a set figure from the way I understand it. It's in that estimated range, and I'll make the motion to accept.
Do we have a second?
I'll second it, but I'd like some discussion. We've took two pretty strong hits on that oil in the last 2 years. Are we required to take used oil?
I don't believe so. I had a discussion with Stacy this morning. When it comes to time, we have to clean this up. So right now, this is just the clean. We have to get that taken care of. She was planning on being here this morning and couldn't, so she got an emergency. She said it'll take about a month to get this done. They are no longer taking right now they're not taking it. They can't until this gets cleaned up. She said she will be on board to discuss our future of taking oil at either site or either one or at all. But she just couldn't be here today to discuss it. So I think it's kind of a separate discussion that we will probably need to have in the next month. So today my I'm approving them to get this cleaned up, which we have to get done. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And then we were going to have a discussion with her on the future of taking used oil. Does that get to your problem, Bill?
That answers
Yes.
Bill's question. Is there other places within Atchison County you can dispose of used oil?
I believe so. I believe she mentioned 2 different sites, and I don't want to, I'm not for sure. I didn't write it down what she told me, that do take used oil. And I don't know if it's a pay for, service or not. I don't know what that entails, but I do believe there is a way of getting rid of used oil, but we'll need to have that in a greater conversation with her on if we're going to continue doing this.
Okay. Everybody ready to vote? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
That's 3-0. Okay, Wes, now I'll turn it over to you.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How are you all doing?
Great.
Okay.
We were here, Lori and myself and Bonnie are here today to present phase 3.5 to the commission. 3.5 will start tomorrow morning at 12:01 a.m. and last through July 7th, 11:59 p.m. Phase 3.5 is still a mass gathering of 45 people. We did remove some stuff out of there to make it less restrictive. That's why we didn't just stay with 3.0. We moved to 3.5. And then we would stay in this through July 7th. And then reevaluate at that time. We were urged by the governor in a press release to continue into phase 3 for an additional 2 weeks because of all the increase in cases and metrics in the state of Kansas. And we've also seen that in our county, an increase of cases and some community spread. If Lori or Bonnie want to chime in on any of that or their thoughts, that would be great.
Yeah, so the governor spoke yesterday and she recommended that we stay in phase 3, which is a mass gathering of 45. Just over the weekend, so Saturday and Sunday, the state reported an increase of 400 cases just in 2 days, and then 5 deaths. And again, that was just over the weekend. Recently for our county, we have had a community spread. We have lots of contacts. So right now we're monitoring 70, and that means they're either in quarantine or they're isolated. So isolation is if it's a positive case, and quarantine is a close contact of a positive case. We still recommend social distancing, wear masks when you're around others that you're not normally around, hand washing, and avoid touching your face, unless you've just washed your hands. So just stay on top of it, and hopefully this too shall pass.
Bonnie, you have anything to add?
No, I agree with Lori 100%. I think it's wise to be more cautious with the community spread we've had and with the local outbreak we had at a facility. So,
Has that been reflected in our numbers yet? That small cluster that I was told about, or?
I believe that they're still 1 short from our total number, because we're at 28, and I just checked the website and they have 27 for the county on the Kansas website, but the numbers that West releases have reflected those numbers, I believe.
Okay.
Any other commissioner questions? I just emphasize that there is community spread. You take it serious. And it is happening in our county. Hopefully everybody will be safe.
I would just like to add to, just for people who are at higher risk, please be cautious. And for people who aren't, think of those people. think of the people who are at higher risk and what it might mean to them if they were to to get the virus, and just look out for each other.
The chair would entertain a motion to approve the 3.5 order for phase 3.5.
I so move, Mr. Chairman.
A second?
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I assume you're ready to vote. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 3-0.
Aye.
Okay. Moving right along.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. All unfinished business before the board. The county councilor updates.
Was there a desire to have an executive session?
Yes, we need it. That's for a attorney-client privilege, correct?
Yes, sir.
Eric, you want to make the motion?
Okay. How long will this be?
Pat?
30 minutes, I'd suggest.
Okay, 30 minutes. I'm trying to get the right one here. For attorney, okay. I'll move that the Board of County Commissioners recess into executive session at 1:10 p.m. for consultation with an attorney for the board, Pat Henderson, County Counselor, which consultation would be deemed privileged in the attorney-client privilege relationship, and that the executive session is necessary to protect the attorney-client privilege. The executive session will be conducted in a breakout room using the Zoom platform. The board will come out of executive session at 1:40 p.m. either on the Zoom platform or in the commission room, first floor courthouse in open session. And those present will be the three commissioners, Pat Henderson, County Counselor. And is there anyone else? Pat?
I believe so.
Okay. Three commissioners and Pat Henderson, County Counselor.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Passes
Aye.
3-2. Back in open session. Any public comment? I don't see anybody from the public here. Anybody have anything to say before I call for adjournment?
Did you guys discuss the letters put in the commissioner's box? Have we got that corrected, that now the courthouse is officially open? Everybody is to show up in their office Monday through Friday?
I had that discussion. I think it's solved.
Good.
Any other questions? Okay. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a
I
motion.
so move.
It's been moved by Eric, seconded by Bill. Okay, moved by Bill, Seconded by Eric. Want to get the minutes from? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. See you
Aye.
next.
Aye.